Good afternoon. Welcome to the first surprise of the bathroom. If you have watched my last few bathroom videos, you'll know that a lot of blood, sweat and tears has already gone into this room and it doesn't even really resemble a bathroom yet. In this one, we're finishing it off and I am so excited to show you everything that I've chosen. There's so much thought's gone into this one, and like I've said before, I've never built a bathroom before. This is probably the biggest build achievement to date if I can pull it off. And so far it's getting there. Heated flooring, check. Before I get too ahead of myself, happy almost holidays. We are getting into the festive spirit around here, and I just want to catch everyone up before we dive right into this. If this is not your first time visiting my beautiful 5-acre rainforest property, then you will know that currently this is my only toilet in the whole house. And you'll also know that currently this is the only shower in the whole house. As much as I love both of these, it is true that it would be really nice to have a finished indoor bathroom, and this is where it comes to the other big surprise for this video. I promised my girlfriend who's moving up next year that by the end of this year I would have the bathroom finished. What she doesn't know is she's away for the next week. I'm planning on actually having it finished for when she returns. I'm going to surprise her with a fully finished bathroom ready to go, which means at the end of this video it's going to be done. We've just got a lot of work to do first. Speaking of a lot of work, you'll notice that between the last video, if you saw it, and this one, I actually have got all the waterproofing achieved, and as well as that, I have mudded all the joints for the plasterboard. That was terrible, horrendous, hated it. Don't know if I'll ever want to do it again, but it is ready to go. But as a lot of work has gone into this already, if you haven't seen my previous vids, let's just quickly recap. I had to redo all the structure underneath the flooring. Then I rebuilt this wall between the kitchen and the bathroom. I also had to replace the window that was rotted out and all the termite affected wood. Finally, it was time to put in a lowered shower base so we could have a nice even walk-in into the shower and then get all the sheeting on and get it ready to where it is now. Essentially, now all the really hard work is done, hopefully, and we can just start seeing some progress. This is my first crack at the bathroom. We'll see how it goes. Okay, it's time for the first look at one of the finished products. It's time to bring out the floor tile and map out exactly how they're gonna sit. Now, luckily, because the bathroom's so small, we're gonna need less than 12 of these bad boys for the whole space. These are the Izmir travertine look floor tiles from ABI. I'm gonna link all the kind of shower and bathroom stuff I use in the description if anyone's interested, but these are beautiful. And yeah, how hard can tiling be? 22. I initially tried using one of the tile scorers and it sucked. It broke my tile. So now I've got this beautiful Ryobi tile cutter. It's gravity fed water, and the idea is I'll cut along this line. I'm so ready to get into it. Lovely. And this, my friends, if it all works out, it's gonna be a work of art. And you'll also notice I'm kind of relying on my portable light right now for in here because once again, the power is out. At least this time they told me that it was going to be out, so I was ready for it. Not only that, a lot of my stuff is battery operated, as you've seen, and the ones that aren't, like my essentials, I've got the new Delta 2 Max running the fridge, so it's staying nice and cold. Occy staying cool in front of the fan, which is battery operated. And of course the other essentials, I've got my little Ecoflow running the other essentials here. My Rainforest Christmas tree. Just heating up some lunch. And I'll talk more about the Delta 2 Max a little later because that thing is bloody awesome. Perfect. And it's raining. I love these floor tiles. I've decided to dry fit the whole bathroom first because I think I want to just get them all cut, ready to go, and then hopefully I can lay them all in one go. Maybe tomorrow morning. We still aren't quite there. I have 2 pieces left to cut. For now though, I'm gonna say goodnight. We got a long way to go. You two going to sign off on the first day of work or what? Is it proof? Yeah. Thanks, bud. Probably a bit of an unconventional method. And there's no putting it off any longer. We're going for it. Okie doke, I've watched my YouTube videos. I think I kind of know how to do it. So let's get into it. I hate how non-specific they are with the water amounts. But everyone says water first, then the powder. Mask on. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 2 minutes. Now I think we need a bit more water. Perfect timing, lovely. And we're off. I kind of regret not making more. So I'm gonna use the margin trowel. Oh, that's nice. That consistency. And with this, I'm aiming for about a 5mm thick adhesive base, which is just gonna help me pick up any like slight bits that aren't level, as there are a few. You then use your notch trowel, get some lines in it. That actually helps prevent air bubbles under the tile. Everyone in the videos talked about wanting 100% coverage on the back of these tiles. It's a momentous occasion. First piece going down. Okay, first piece is down. I've wiped off the excess adhesive and I've put in my 3mm tile spacers. And hopefully I'll check in with you when this shower base is done. Let's bloody go. And then this goes down. These are what are going to make sure our tiles stay nice and level. Well, I just went to power on because I'm out of the shower area. It wasn't exactly smooth sailing and it's not perfect. I'm not going to point out where I've made the small error, but now I've realized it's kind of set too hard. But overall, I'm listening to an audiobook and kind of just enjoying the process. Ain't too bad. Final one, buddy. It fit perfectly. All I have to do now is level out these last few. I'm so glad I used that red clip system. But then flooring is done. One huge job ticked off the list with this bathroom. On to the next step tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. Well, it is an absolute stunner day today and I'm gonna have a bit of a break from the tiling. Of course, in this bathroom build, there is gonna be a little bit of thrifting going on. If any of you remember the kitchen I ripped out and installed in my place for 500 bucks, they also threw in this bathroom vanity unit. And I think with a little bit of TLC and a glow up, it could work really well in that space. It works well for a small bathroom. So I'm gonna duck out and pick up a secondhand countertop for that and also some material to sand it right back and give it a fresh facelift. But also, while we're out here, I wanted to show you the veggie garden, give you another update because it is thriving. Have a look at these little beauty flowers that are coming up on the zucchini. The chili plant is incredible. It's I feel like very festive right now with all the colors and everything's just really popping up. I'm really excited about this one. We have our first reddening tomato and look at these cos lettuce shooting up. I feel like they're going to be ready to pick soon. Sweet potato going wild. I'm just so stoked that everything pretty much is still alive. It's thriving and we're going to be getting lots of food from that in the coming year. All right, for now, Ock and I have got a countertop to go pick up and hopefully that doesn't take too long. So have a look. This day is absolutely glorious and it's nice to have a day off the tiles. Here. We get this end on. perfect. It's like it was built for this train. Trying. Nice to meet you. Have a good weekend. Oh, she was lovely. She told me I'm living the dream. Great success. Ooh. Okay, let's do this. So the timber on this piece is actually in really good condition. It's just a shame that I'm gonna have to paint it white. Just kidding, just kidding. I love the timber. I'm gonna give this a bit of TLC. I wanna give these handles a bit of TLC. This has been a lifesaver. Let's see how this saw cuts through 20 mil thick stone here. Can you imagine if I made you watch this in real speed? Well, it's cut super clean. I'm gonna need to round all those edges. Well, it's certainly not perfect because I need to give this edge a bit of a polish up, but considering that looks pretty good. These cicadas are going crazy. But now, whilst we're on a roll, let's put in the tap and also mount the sink. Well, considering I didn't know this existed this morning, I think it's coming together all right. One quick thing that'll make a big difference is if I polish up this brass. This is solid brass. Come into my kitchen. Hello, sirs. How's the air conditioning going, huh? How's the air conditioning going? Just a cool 20 for them. Welcome to Max's cooking channel. All we need, flour, salt. I swear, I don't know where the normal salt is. We're not normally this fancy. Vinegar. Combine. That'll do. That'll do. Finally, 2 tablespoons of flour. Heat. I'm gonna put in a bit more. Let's go 3. Mix her all together. I bet no one saw this coming. Okay, actually looks kind of tasty. But now, actually I'm just gonna chuck them in. Just making a little knob soup here. All right, I'll see you in 10. Let's see what we got here, folks. I can't wait until my girlfriend sees these because she was saying to me that she thought we should buy new handles. And I said, sometimes you just got to give me a day, have a bit of faith. Look how nicely they have come up. I'm just gonna give them a dry with a tea towel and it won't get off every single bit, but I feel like it just leaves enough that it's a bit of character. They came up unbelievable. And I've actually known this trick for a little while, but I've been holding off doing it because I know now my girlfriend's going to want me to do all the ones in the kitchen, which I'm not quite ready yet. That's enough tips from me. I'll see you tomorrow for wall tiling. Say goodnight, buddy. Good night. Good morning. Check out how much I nailed the latte art this morning. Now, before I jump straight back into the bathroom, I did tell you I wanted to revisit the Delta 2 Max because Ecoflow are currently having a sale on at the moment that is up to 45% off, and I am absolutely in love with this bad boy. For me, it is the Goldilocks of power station sizes, and let me show you what I mean by that before we jump into some specs. So the Delta 2 Max weighs in at 23 kilos. This is my Delta Mini, weighs in at 11 kilos. Oh boy. And this is my Delta Pro. It weighs in at 51 kilos. That's why it's got this extendable handle. You may not be able to see that from there. Essentially, it's got wheels because it's so big. The reason I love this size is because being in between, it is still very easily portable but it is big enough that it can act as a complete plug and play home backup system. It is the lightest 2400 watt, 2 kilowatt LFP battery on the market, being over 7 kilos lighter or 16 pounds lighter than any other 2000 watt LFP solar generator. But despite that, it is still powerful enough to power 99% of your home appliances. And with that, it is also expandable up to 6 kilowatt hours, meaning that if your power needs grow, you don't need to replace the unit. You can just get the expansion batteries and keep growing it to meet those power needs. On top of that, being an LFP battery has really increased its lifespan. It can now do up to 3,000 complete cycles, meaning that you could use this bad boy every day for 10 years, which is absolutely insane. So yep, as you can tell, I'm in love. And on top of all those other specs, it also boasts the world's fastest recharging speed, going from 0 to 80% with dual solar and AC input in only 43 minutes, which is 4 times faster than the industry standard. So don't miss out on the Ecoflow Boxing Day Big sales running from now until the 12th of January. Use the link in my description below and you can get up to 45% off. Okay, what's next? I completely forgot I had to paint, and all of a sudden I've gone from thinking I had plenty of time to feeling a bit of a rush now.
If everything is fleeting, I struggle to find the point. So I'll just put on all my favorite bands and I'll hide behind the noise. Distract myself from reality or this hell that I'm living in. Oh, it's in my head.
First coat is done, and I am sweating up an absolute storm. Two, this time adding a little bit of colour. Well, off-white. That is coat number 2 done. I'm gonna go one more because it's not quite perfect. A couple of things I've got to sand back, but look how sweaty I am. I cannot get over this heat. Apparently it's 36 degrees and 75% humidity. And yeah. As much as I'm looking forward to this indoor bathroom being done, I think I'm still going to shower out here all the time. And in between coats, you better believe I'm not resting. It's crunch time, baby. Time for coat number 3. Hopefully that's the last one. It is now dark outside. Hello. Getting a little tired, but also a little excited. Night, guys. That's right, folks. It's wall tiling time, but first, I want to show you how well this has turned out. For anyone that has renovated or plastered their own room before, this form, actually, let me just give you a bit more light. So this form where you don't have any cornice, that's called square setting, and I've never done it before. I've actually never mudded any form of plaster before, and I am stoked. I mean, that took a lot of work, as you saw, but I'm so stoked with the result. Now, I would have thought, having never tiled before, you just start at the bottom, work your way up. However, after watching quite a few videos, apparently I need to put a batten across. I'll show you. The reason you have to put a batten in, or everyone says, is that you start one tile height up, because on these 2 side walls of the shower, there is fall going back to the drain, which means if I just sat this on the side wall, it's going to be on the angle with the fall and it's going to mess up my whole rest of my wall. So this tile is just going to fit underneath the line with enough space for a little bit of silicone, full tile around the back, and then over here there'll be a bit more space because it's lower in the shower pan, and then it'll gradually get less and I'll have to cut them as the wall goes on. I don't want to spend long on this, but it was a bit that confused me, so just so you know, this is why people put the battens in. Here we go again. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. Didn't want to move. Alright, let's get it. I got a bit delayed today, so it is already 2:45 in the afternoon. I've gone with thicker tile adhesive, I think it'll make it easier. And let's just friggin' go, because I'm not gonna get any better at tiling by delaying any longer. Now you can quickly see these are hand cut tiles, so they're definitely not perfect. And that's kind of the idea of them, is that there's a bit of character in each of them, and hopefully that'll really add to this cabin vibe I'm going for. Lovely. First of many, many rows. I'm just gonna speed up and check back in with you later, because this is gonna be a lot. Okay, so far, pretty smooth. Up to the first obstacle though. Lovely. Oh, I made that strong. That look good?
Yeah. That'll be a really nice reference point.
Yeah. Tell you what would be a really nice reference point?
What?
A straight wall.
Yeah, it'd be nice to not have to do this.
So I'm just going to show everyone what we're dealing with here. But essentially, this wall comes out of it. So if you picture this tile ending up here, this is the straight line that I've drawn. And this, you can see it goes over the line by a couple of centimeters there. So essentially, this last tile is going to have to be scribed to this. Otherwise, it would bow out at this end, which we can't do, because this line, this is the line of I'm tiling essentially right up to the edge of the shower. So the shower screen will be here. And this line, obviously, you want straight. You don't want it going out on the piss like that. So. I think that'll do for tonight. Wow. Probably a third of the tiling done. Thanks for waiting up for me, buddy. We back, baby, and my life is tiling right now. It is day 2 of the wall tiles. Couldn't find another hat, so I'm representing today. No time to chat. I'm starting to think I may have bitten off more than I can chew. This is quite a lot to get done in under a week. Just needed a quick break from tiling.
You can set whatever height you need relative to the tile, but obviously it's in line with this. Yeah.
Alright, let's see if this thing is the saviour that I have been needing. That looks pretty bloody nice. We're back in business, baby. I just did like 5 cuts all the wrong length, and I think that's just from getting tired. Doesn't mix with power tools, so going again tomorrow. Again tomorrow. Can you hear that? After weeks, the cicadas seem to have quietened down, and I am so grateful. I'm sure some of you will be happy for that not to be so much in the background. Hopefully it's an ongoing thing. Last night I gave myself 9 hours sleep. I just needed it. I was absolutely cooked. As I said, I was making mistakes, and I know this has just been a heap of tiling. Honestly, this is wild. The amount of, I can see now why bathrooms are so expensive to get done, because there's so much work involved. And this marks the 48-hour mark before my girlfriend flies in, and I still am trying to get there. I'd love to get there, but I think we're just gonna have to see how we go. The final window piece is going in. Other than this, which let's not talk about, I think it looks bloody epic. Let me know in the comments if you appreciated that one. Thanks guys, you are absolute lifesavers. Those guys, honestly, to help me try and get this done in time, they're dropping back the tile saw as well, which is over half an hour out of their way to do. And I owe them big time, absolutely big time. And that's going to be repaid in help on their tiny house, which, believe it or not, arrives tomorrow morning, which is another thing I'm so excited about. I'm going to show you guys quickly, but they are going to be filming it on their channel. So make sure, if you don't already, make sure you follow them. And I'll put their channel here because, yeah, that tiny home arriving is so bloody exciting for them, for this property. It's just really bringing this commune to life. I'm not quite ready to grout the rest of the floor yet, but I need this in place so I can tile up to it. And so what I'm doing now is just marking out where it's going, and I'm just going to grout or silicone underneath it because you're not going to see that. And then that way, that's all watertight and we can keep moving. We're at it again, but the finish line is in sight. I am a little delusional, delirious. Maybe I am delusional, but I'm certainly a bit delirious. It's 11:40 and this giant puzzle is almost complete. I've got my alarm set for 5:30. Tomorrow's the last day. Let's do it.
Man, you're close.
Getting there. Getting there. Final pushes here. Last day. I just realised this is the third last box of tiles. This is going to be a little close, guys. Kendall and Glenn's tiny home looks like it's just arriving. I'm so excited for them. Let's go have a quick look.
This thing is massive.
I'm not going to show it off too much because I'm going to leave that obviously for Kendall and Glenn. It is their baby. It is their first ever proper home. Wow. Absolutely bloody mental. It's now going in to stay. Oh, jeez, it's almost a perfect tile. Perfect. Just under. Lovely. One more tile to go along there. Alright. It's now solid as a rock. And before I put the top on, you can see plumbing's all ready to go. Electrical for a power point. And you probably can't see, but that hole there goes right through, straight to the drain, ready to go away. I'm just using clear liquid nails for this. That'll do it. Lovely. We've just had our first coffee in the tiny house. Here's a very quick sneak peek. But yeah, like I said, you'll have to go watch their vid. And unfortunately, we've got to go back to the bathroom. Housewarming tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Tomorrow night. Now, where were we, buddy? Where were we? Oh, that's right. More tile time.
Illuminate the night, you and I, right where we belong.
That took so freaking long, and I'm running dangerously short on tiles. Like, I think there's a fair chance I'm gonna run out. Ooh. Don't mind me. Oh. See? Necessary. I don't know if you saw my last video and you remember me stacking all of these out of the car, but this is the last box of tiles, and I'm not proud of this chaos that is everywhere in the house right now. I also kind of, I guess, need to clean that up a bit before my girlfriend gets here too. So I'm down to about maybe like 14 hours till she arrives, including any potential sleep time. And I'm still tiling. Honestly, I'm thinking about throwing in the towel. Well, I know sitting down is going to be a very bad idea, but I have just massively hit a wall. I almost just injured myself using the angle grinder out there, cutting another tile, and I realized this, as much as I wanted it to, this just isn't happening. My girlfriend gets here in the morning and there is so much left to be done. Honestly, I put all this pressure on myself because, and I feel a bit silly because I just thought I would get it done, but I grossly underestimated the amount of time that tiling would take. I really didn't mean for this whole kind of thing to be tiling. It's just, that was an insane amount of work. In the last 6 days, I've done just over 90 hours, I realized, of work. And although I'm so chuffed with how well the finish is coming up, for example, my first time square setting plaster, and I think the paint job looks awesome. I love how this is transforming, but it still has a way to go with those finishes. And if you're not sold yet, I guarantee you when everything, if my vision happens as it will, with all the fixtures and everything else, it's going to be bloody awesome at the end. And that's what I did want to show you at the end of this video, and it's what I wanted to show my girlfriend tomorrow, because a lot of you probably don't realize, but we do long distance relationship. That's how I get these windows to do these big projects and potentially do the surprise. But she is moving in with me in only a bit over a month, and that was the big push to get this done. Was I really did want to get her an indoor bathroom, because as I showed at the start of the video, I've only got the outdoor stuff, and you know, a bit more privacy would be nice. But in saying that, I am going to do another video next week, so only a week apart, and I guarantee you by the end of that, this bathroom's going to be done, because after that I am taking January off. I'm just so stoked to almost be there, because honestly, we've had some huge projects over the last couple of months and my body's cooked. I just need that to refresh, revitalize, and for now, it's like, it's almost midnight and I just want to cuddle down with Oc, get in the Christmas spirit, and we have a little Friendsmas this weekend, and then I'll be jumping back into the bathroom. Thank you so much for watching. I wish that we'd seen the finished product, but that's okay. Just a little bit more patience, we'll get there. I'll see you all in the next one. In the meantime, be kind to yourself, be kind to one another. Give your dog a pat for me. Good morning. It's time, everyone. Meet Grace. Grace, meet everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Now, Grace, please remember, it is not finished and it is not perfect. But this is your first look at it.
Am I allowed to look in now?
Yeah.
I can turn around?
Yeah, you can turn it.
Wow! Can I step in it?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow! Wow.
Stand further in. Look up at the window.
White tile. Upside down. you can't change it?
No. It's a bit of character.
And then imagine when we have all of the gold hardware and the mirror and the sconces.
Yeah, I think we chose this knowing that it's going to be all about the accessories to make it all pop properly.
Yeah, and imagine when we have some plants in here and everything's styled, and we've got the heated tiles working and the towel rail.
You're not meant to know about the heated tiles.
Nothing gets past me.
Yeah, she figured that one out a bit early.